I'm here today to share my ideas about the technological advancements that we're having nowadays. First of all, I want you to look at this picture. The one on my right is a telephone that we used about so long ago. And right on my left is how we developed it. Back then, when we first produced our first portable phone, people thought it would be ridiculous for us to have a phone that doesn't include any keypads, because how are you going to use it, right? It's just like a screen. But then, Steve Jobs revolutionized it with his iPhone. It's the first touchscreen phone that was published and used in the community. And together with that advancements, we have another thing that comes with it, applications. And applications now that they grow so fast, it includes AI, which actually study our interests. Have you ever tried to talk to your friend that you like, for example, volleyball? And after a while, you get on your phone and open YouTube. YouTube will probably recommend you a video that's related to volleyball or volleyball players, the great or the GOAT of volleyballs. And that's probably how it works. And with those, it leads to many effects to our health. And you must think, how is it going to be? Well, first of all, it's the lack of sleep. Imagine you're going to bed at 9 and you pick up your phone. You say to yourself, right, I'm going to use it for the next 30 minutes. And you start swiping the internet and looking into your social media platform. And after you feel exhausted, you left your phone down. You recognize that, oh, it's 1 a.m. And how is that possible? Well, AI, they know your interests, right? And you probably want to watch anything that relates to what you like. And it's sure going to keep you stick to your phone, to your devices, on and on. And we need 7 hours of sleep on average. And if we don't sleep to that point, we're going to be less productive during the day, and it's going to weaken our immune system. Secondly, it's the sedentary lifestyle. And sedentary lifestyle is a lifestyle that includes a lot of lying down or sitting down, which is just like how when you use your devices. You can't go jogging while taking your phone, sweeping it, right? Of course, we're not multitaskers. So most of us, we're going to use it while we're sitting or lying down on the bed. I've went to my friend's house, seeing their brothers and sisters, most of the time sticking to their phones. And they usually do nothing on there, almost nothing. Like they watch YouTube's, meaningless of them. Living a sedentary lifestyle is really bad. Because look, you don't do any exercises, not go jogging around or go swimming. It's probably lead to obesity or diabetes. And secondly, those are the physical effects. So what more could be affected? So it's probably the mental health. It's very controversial about cyberbullying. Many articles have written that technology advancement nowadays, it supports cyberbullying. Like if you hate someone and you just go onto the internet, find their profile on Facebook, and you just give up bad comments about it. And that's a thing. Imagine you post your picture onto Facebook. Your friends and your families just praise them, right? But suddenly a stranger come in and give a bad comment about it. Like, imagine someone comes in and said that you're a bummer in that picture. How would that affect you? And if there are others that are just like that, how is it going to be? You're going to be self-conscious about yourself. It leads to social anxiety and depression. Like, every time you walk outside to the street, remembering about all those comments, it's going to be like, are they thinking that I'm fat? Do my hairstyle look weird? That's the kind of thing. It will lead to autism too. Like, you're not wanting to communicate with others because probably you're afraid that they will give out bad comments about your appearance. And it also affects our relationships. I have went to lots and lots of restaurants. I've seen many family meals that their kids are just stick to their phone or stick to their iPad watching YouTube. That's really a thing because we don't communicate with each other. And even parents, and they use their phone to play games. I saw many of my friends, they said that their parents don't actually understand them. But how can they understand when you're not talking to them, right? Family meals is a perfect place for you to talk to each other and discuss about your problems during the day. And probably, I don't think much of us have that. Despite all of that, are there any beneficial features from the technological advancements? My answer is yes. Benefits of it are really good. First of all, it's the communication. Secondly, it's GPS. And thirdly, it's how you gather information nowadays. About communication. From writing letters, we have achieved to text each other. Like imagine your friend's birthday, your friend's 13th birthday will be tomorrow. You write him a letter, like a birthday letter, and you send it. If you're in Vietnam and he's in America, it will take 6 months, about 6 months. And the time he receives it, he will be 13 and a half, while your ones is about 13th. And imagine how long it would take. It takes 6 months for here to America. What are texting or calls, video calls? Imagine texting. You are going to invite your friend to your house and hang over there. If you write a letter, it would take a week. But by texting or calls, you can invite them like right away. And secondly, it's a GPS. Sorry. And GPS was first invented in 1973 for military uses. It's used for soldiers, military vehicles, or airplanes to navigate where they are. And it's used like your phone. You send a signal to your satellites, and the satellite send those signals to the ones that are around them, and then they calculate the distance between them and then send it back to you for you to know where exactly you are. This is a really, really helpful thing. Because imagine your friend invite you over. You don't know where they are. Back then, you have to use a physical map. Just imagine how hard it is for you to find yourself on that map. It's tough, right? I think most of us don't use it nowadays. But GPS, it finds where you are. It finds where your friend's house is, and it can find the most optimal way for you to go there. Like Google Maps nowadays, they have features like, if you want to walk there, you're going to have the most optimal way. You're going by cars, yes, there are too. Next in them, it's gathering information. Well, gathering information are way, way easier nowadays. It's amazingly easy. So back then, when you need to find an article about a book, like you want to know how people think about that book, you have to do surveys. Or you want to know, for example, how fish breathe. You have to go to an Encyclopedia and find out where the section of fish is, and you find out how fish breathe. And for nowadays, it's way easier. You just need to go to search engines, you type out, how do fish breathe? And then it's just going to give you information about that. The last time I did a Google search about Harry Potter, there was 503 million articles, results about that in 0.74 seconds. Just imagine how fast it was for you back then. Like, you only find several books and you find it through. And that's the point. It's way easier and convenient for you to find information nowadays. But there are drawbacks for technological advancements. As I said, it was the AI. It was more addictive than ever. Imagine, you just use your phone. Have you ever said something to your friend, and then later after that, your phone recommends the exact thing that you just said? Or the world has more than 7 billion people, and probably one of them must have the same interest as you. For example, a person in Pakistan, they're trying to find an article about Harry Potter. And after read that article, they're going to find something that relates to Mickey Mouse, for example. Then it is going to be saved to the database. And if someone other than that person do the same search, it will be saved. And as it gets more common, YouTube or any platforms would recommend you the same thing to find out that are you really the same as them? And probably, yes. Sometimes we're going to be the same as them. And to solve this problem, my father taught me a really easier way to fix this is to set up your mind before you use your devices, like you're using for education. And you need to find some information about how to grow tomatoes. You just need to set up a goal. Like after the next 30 minutes, I'm going to find out how do you grow tomatoes. And guess what? You're going to set an alarm for that, because we are terrible at time, because we can't just find out, okay, I'm starting at 9:30, I'll stop. But not most of us can do that. So, well, we're going to use alarm. And it's reminding us about, right, it's time, you need to stop. Because if not, after finding out how you grow tomatoes, probably you're going to these social media platforms to entertain yourself. And my father also told me that in your mind, there are two types of monkeys. One is a playful, immature, and naive ones, which usually lead you to over-entertaining something. Like you just keep playing games. And the other one is the one that is disciplined and wise. So what I want from every one of you here is let the one that is disciplined and wise take control over, because it's going to lead you to success, staying out of your safe zone. And that leads me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.